Hi guys, welcome back to BeautiCo. Today in this video, I am going to be showing you how you can get that perfect looking flawless base makeup. This is going to be a beginner's video. This is all you need to do to get that perfect looking flawless smooth skin base makeup look, which is also going to be very natural, lightweight, and you're not going to feel like you're wearing any base makeup. And everything that I'm going to be using in this video is going to be affordable, so you just need to follow this particular video step by step to get that flawless looking base makeup. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first most important step for your base makeup to look absolutely beautiful is of course hydration. You need to moisturize your skin really well so that everything blends smoothly, everything looks very seamless and just melts into your skin. So for that, I am using my Pond's Super Light Gel. This one I absolutely love and I have been using this every single day. It is such a beautiful moisturizer. So I take like a good amount of it and just massage this into my skin. You need to wait for 10 minutes for this to get completely absorbed into the skin, and then we'll move on to the next step. Now the next step is primer. Now primer is very important. I always say this helps in making your makeup last throughout the day. I have so many questions where people ask me that, you know, after a couple of hours makeup थोड़ा सा उतर जाता है, ऐसा लगता है कि, you know, fade out हो गया है. So primer is actually gonna help in making the makeup last throughout the day, and also it is gonna help in filling in the pores. If you have large pores like the khaddas that you see on the face, that's gonna get filled up, and on which when you go ahead and apply foundation or concealer, it looks very smooth and not like you have like pores in your skin. It just looks very smooth, gives you a blurred out skin. So yeah, primer is very important. So the one that I'm using is the Nykaa Prep Me Up Face Primer, and I am just going to use this on my T-zone and just press it into my skin. Around my mouth, because that's where I start getting a little oily and cakey and start getting smile lines and all of that. So to avoid that, I am using primer around my mouth as well, and then also on my forehead. That's where I start to, you know, get a little bit more oily throughout the day. Now I am going to take my foundation. This one is the L'Oreal Infallible 32-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Has a medium coverage, has a natural finish. It's not a matte finish foundation. That's why I am opting for this particular one, and it's a very long wearing foundation. So I am going to just take like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Now earlier what I used to do is take the foundation and dot it on my face, but now what I'm going to do is I actually like to take either my damp sponge. This one is from e.l.f, or I'd like to take this brush which is from PAC. This is the 231 brush, which I absolutely love to apply my foundation with. But today I am going to go in with my damp beauty blender, and what I am going to do is I am going to pick the product up from my palm itself, from my hands itself, like that, and then I am gonna stamp it into my skin. This way it's gonna make sure that I am applying very less amount of product, but it's still covering everything beautifully. And like you can see, I am using dabbing motion. So all you need to do is just take it on the sponge and just start stamping into the skin, dabbing it into my skin. Now the next step is to apply concealer. I am using the K Beauty's HD concealer in the shade 140Y medium. Now I'm going to use this to cover up my dark circles and any spots that I have on my face, around my mouth, to cover up my darkness. Now this is a beautiful medium coverage hydrating concealer, so looks very good, blends very easily. So what I am going to do is I am going to apply this right in the corners of my eyes like that, and then outside right here. So I'm using minimum product to actually cover up my dark circles, and then around my mouth around my nose to cover up my redness, and then if I have spots here and there, I'll just cover it up, placing the product right here. And then I'm gonna blend this out with my sponge itself in dabbing motions. So I'm blending the rest of the concealer out first, and then the last thing that I will do is blend out the concealer underneath my eyes. That way I get the maximum amount of coverage out of this concealer. Look up and dab this into my skin. This way I will ensure that I'm not setting any creases under my eyes, and I'm dabbing it up like that so that we get a lifted effect, and also making sure that I am concealing my inner corners, because that's where we have the maximum amount of darkness, and whatever is left I take it on my eyelids and use it as my eyeshadow base, just to cover it up and even out my eyelid color as well. Do you see that? Now we have like a very flawless base. Next, I am going to use cream bronzer slash cream contour. For that, I am using the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in the shade Camel. Now, I love using concealers as my cream bronzers or cream contour shades because they're very easy to blend and add just a little bit of coverage. So, what I am going to do is I'm again going to take this on the back of my hand, just like that, and I'm gonna take my beauty blender itself, my damn beauty blender itself, and again I'm gonna pick this product up on the blender and I am gonna place it right on my cheeks and blend this into the skin. Now this is again gonna make sure that I'm not picking up a lot of product and applying a very thin layer. And this is my cheekbone. I like to apply it on the cheekbone and blend it upwards. I'm going to apply this on the perimeters of my face. So it's basically just going to help in sculpting my face and making it look longer. And then I am again going to take a little bit and apply it on my jawline just to make it look sharper. And whatever is left, I will just squeeze my blender and apply it on my nose just to contour it as well. Just the sides of my nose and then the tip of my nose. Perfect. Now the next step is to apply a cream blush. Now the one that I'm using is the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade You Got Me Blushing. I like to apply a cream blush with this brush from e.l.f. This is the buffing foundation brush, and what I am again going to do is going to spread this product out on my hands first, just like that, and I'm going to pick the product up on the brush, and this makes sure that I am picking minimum amount of product, and then I'm going to start stamping this into my skin on the apples of my cheeks, and I start pulling it upwards right here. Now there are many ways to apply a cream blush. Like if you like the sun-kissed look, that's what you can go for. If you like a more lifted look, this is what I like to do. And blend it up. And now it is time to set. For setting, I am going to use a translucent loose powder. This particular one is from K Beauty. This is the K Beauty's HD Setting Loose Powder in the shade Almond. And I'm going to use a triangle puff. This one is from PAC. And then going to take my puff, going to dip it in this particular powder, just like that. And first I'm just gonna dab off the excess product so that we have like a very even layer of this particular translucent powder, and I'm gonna start pressing this underneath my eyes first so that I am not setting any crease lines underneath, and I get a very smooth looking under eye. As you can see, I am just applying this underneath in dabbing motions. Again, I'm not dragging anything. I am pressing this powder into my skin, and then around my mouth I'm just pressing this powder into my skin, and then whatever is left I just run it through. I don't want to set it too much and make it powdery. So yeah, now the next step is to use a setting spray so that everything melts together and all the powders that we have applied just melts into the skin and it just sets in place. And this is going to help in making my makeup last throughout the day, but it's also going to help in making it look very natural. So I am going to use this Stay All Day Blue Light Micro Setting Mist, keeping it like a little away, and just gonna spray a generous amount. Now the next step is to apply highlighter. I like to apply a powder highlight as compared to a liquid highlight most of the times, but if you are a person who loves to apply a liquid highlight, after you applied your cream blush, make sure that you apply your cream highlight or your liquid highlight right here, and then set your base makeup in place with a setting powder. But I am a powder highlight kind of girl, so I am using my Milani's Strobe Light Instant Glow powder in the shade Sunlight, and I am using my PAC 094 brush to apply this, and I'm just gonna apply this at the highest points of my cheeks right here. Adds a beautiful glow. And then applying it on my nose, blending it out with my fingers. Now this is how you get a flawless looking base makeup look. It is very lightweight, it is gonna be long lasting, and it looks very natural and very skin-like, but feels very skin-like. Even to the naked eye, it does not look like heavy makeup, and it just looks so smooth on the skin and so beautiful and elegant as well. So yeah, I hope you guys like this particular video. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. I hope this was a video that, you know, you guys can refer to do your base makeup look. And if you all did like this video, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. I am gonna go now, and I'll see you all in my next video very soon. Until then, bye.